So I'd like to start the webinar about visualization with Allplan 2015. I hope every attendees are here now and we can start. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Martin Mikuš. I'm a product owner in Němeček Allplan, Slovakia, working as a product owner or product manager in Allplan development for Allplan and the new features and functions. I would like to show you today some new features and some hints for the visualization in new version of Allplan. So maybe first I would like to summarize the content of this webinar. First, I would like to show you the new standard or user display modes which could be used in new unified windows. Then something about the surface editor and new surface properties, which are the basics for creating nice materials as a basics for the visualizations and for the rendering. Then during the presentation, I'd like to mention some light settings, new light type such as area light, and usage of these light types for rendering, how to use them in interior, exterior scenes, and so on. And of course, something about recording the movies using camera paths, sound studies, or other presets, new or improved in Allplan. Then, of course, I would like to show you the new interactive real-time render and integrated cinema render in Allplan, using different scenes and projects. If you have some questions, we'll like to have some questions during the presentation, please use chat, and I can ask this question simultaneously or in the end of the presentation. Okay, so I'll switch to Allplan now. So first, I would like to start with a new unified Windows, or what does it mean, this unified working window? It means in the previous version there was a special animation window which shows all the surfaces and the animation properties and the construction mode where the user can draw and so on. So in the 2015 we unified this behavior and introduced a new unified window which all the display could be used as using the new display modes. These display modes you will find it in the navigation toolbar, so any window can be switched between these various types. For example, wireframe to the animation, or to the different type of the display modes. So there are a couple of standard default display modes which could be used and then user can adjust or create a new because of the quicker way how to display the model or a scene. So maybe, as you know, this is the classic wireframe mode, which is mainly used in the floor plan. This is the basics. Then the second default mode is the hidden calculation, which shows the drawing content as a hidden line calculation. And of course, then there are three more: animation, as you can know, and then mode sketch, and real-time render as a special mode. And I'd like to show them later. Each of these modes can be adjusted. So not only user define it, but also the default modes should be adjusted by the user. So, for example, I use this hidden calculation mode. I go to the different mode of this, and then if I want to, I can go and use this pencil to modify this display mode. And for example, I can choose here if I want to show the transparency, for example, or the surfaces or some other properties. For example, I can apply some filter like sepia effect or a black and white to get some kind of appearance of the model. Okay. To get the hand drawing style of model, we can use the sketch mode, and then if you want to, you can adjust this mode to get the feeling which you want to achieve. Again, you can apply the surfaces or use the different styles like pencil, pen, marker, and so on. So it depends on your wish how do you want to display this data. If I want to, I can use display this mode in any window, and all used line type will be used in all windows when the sketch is open. I can adjust the thickness of the lines. It means this is a thickness in pixels. So then I get more smooth details, or more details if I want to. All these new modes are hardware accelerated, so it's very fast in the real time. But of course, it depends on how many data are used. So depends on the project size. If I want to, I can also use any kind of post-process to apply to this. I can show you some different appearance of the sketch mode. For example, I can use the inverted post-process to have different appearance of the model. Okay, I will go back to animation. If you can see here in animation, with 2015 we introduced a new enhanced animation display mode, which means we can now show in real time the shadows, the real-time reflections on the reflective objects, real-time transparency, which is a real transparency, not only a simulation of it. So if you have some transparent objects and you look through it to another object, they, of course, they are affected with the color of the transparent objects on the front. So this is a real transparency, real reflections. Again, because sometimes users want to set different settings to show the model, all of this or the animation could be adjusted. So you can choose the quality of the animation. For example, the Phong, this is the new animation with all of the enhanced settings like reflection, shadows, and everything. If you use the Gouraud, this is like more or less like animation in 2014. So it's quicker because there are not so I don't know, the most powerful properties there. So it's quicker, faster, but of course not so realistic as the Phong. But in the case of the bigger models, or if you want to have more or less like more simplest appearance of the model, you can use this Gouraud shading. Of course, you can turn off the textures, or as I told you, there are not only the reflection but also the bump, so the deformation of the surfaces directly in the animation window. Of course, I can switch off the lights if there are so, or turn off the reflections. I can apply any kind of post process to this if I want to, or some kind of Laplace, or some blurriness, or some other effects. There are also possibility to use the soft shadows So I prepared the new user-defined display mode. So you can see here the shadows are soft, no hard shadows with strict silhouettes. But of course, these soft shadows are need more power. If you want to, you can adjust this blurriness of these shadows here for the mode with the soft shadows. And this is, for example, the animation with the lower quality. So with the bigger model, or if you want to get not so realistic results, it's more quicker, more faster with the movement, and of course you can combine this kind of user modes. I would like to show you how to create them. You can create a new mode very easily, name it, and then simply choose which mode you want to use. So, for example, sketch in as a marker with this kind of thickness without any post-process. So, and then it appears here, and I can use it and just simply use it and display the model in it. If you want to delete them, you can see on the user display mode you can find this delete button, so you can automatically delete these user modes. I'd like to go back to the animation and show you the appearance of the model using different backgrounds, because this is not what we can see here is the white color background. So the new introduced features are the everything which is connected with the environment of the project. So maybe I would like to first switch to the physical sky. So I will use the full screen mode. So we have the new possibility to locate the project. We can use the map or the location finder. So I can simply type the location or the street and locate the project automatically, or use the map to locate the project. We also introduced the new possibility how to locate the project with more precision, and we can use also the time zones if we are working on the international project. So working in Germany, for example, and locate the project somewhere else in the globe. So to be able to set the correct orientation, we can use the active graphics or the door orientation. So we can grab the symbol and just simply locate the north. If you want to show how the project will look like in sunrise or sunset or during the day, we can also use the horizontal slider here, or just grab a sun here, and you will see how it will look like the evening or during the night, and you will see automatically all the shadows and the appearance of the project. So this is, for example, somewhere in the morning. So this is a real physical sky, and of course it depends on the date, and so specifically it's a shorter day during the winter and so on. Okay. Maybe I would like to show you the new virtual ground plane, which can be used to simulate some real simple ground. but this project has the digital model terrain or terrain, so I like not use this function. So as before, there was the possibility to use the as a background the color. I can use the different colors if I want to in the new palette, so I can define the color and use it for the not only for the background, but also this color affects. This color will affect the scene, so the lighting of the scene. Maybe I will switch back to the animation. If I'm using the animation in the more windows, you can see the appearance in all of these windows. So, for example, if I use the evening, you can see the evening in all of the animation windows, and they're using this kind of properties. Okay. Then there is a third possibility to use the background, and this is the possibility to load the bitmap in the background, and but of course it could be a simple JPEG or any other bitmap. It can be a simple photo, and I can use the this photo as a background, or it could be a HDR map, so high dynamic range image, which are usually the specific sky to simulate specific weather, like storm or some cloudy weather and so on. So as a standard, if I use the HDR pictures, you can use the 30-year edition skies in the office, in the bureau, when you can find interesting HDR pictures which can be used. These images are mapped as a standard with a spherical mapping. But it could be used also the plane mapping, but this is more or less for the photos which you taken in the in the field. I want to place the project into the photography. If I want to, I can use this button to use the browser. And use different, for example, different 360 degrees photographs. For example, so this is also the spherical mapping of the JPEG. The big difference between the user like classical JPEGs or bitmaps and the HDR images are that if there is a sun in the HDR image or a real place with a real big brightness, then this sun is overtaken from this image and used as a project sun. So in this case, the project properties like nor orientation and so on will be ignored, and sun from the sky will be used. Okay, so I used back this image. Okay, and if you want to, you can, if you want to rotate and get the sky on the right position, you can use this horizontal slider to locate this sky. Okay, I will use the physical physical sky again. As you can see here in this mode, all reflective objects reflects what is in the background, so it depends on the image. Okay, I will leave the environment now. If you want to use if you like the appearance of the animation window, you can directly save the image, save the screen to the image with specific resolution and use it in your plans, in your layouts. So for example, I can use directly with this resolution which is taken from the screen and save it somewhere and use it. So without any rendering, I can simply save these images very quickly. Of course, for those who use the save content, uses the save content with a shortcut. Of course, user can use the shortcut to call this function, or if you want to, you can use the function Fensterinhalt Intuition Ablage, and then using Ctrl+V, you can place it in the plan or in your drawing file. So it's also very easy to get this animation appearance directly to your files. Okay, before we go back to the or proceed to the renderings and some other, I would like to show you first maybe slightly some adjustments in the also in the camera paths or in the definitions. So I will again use the navigation mode and the context menu and call the camera paths settings. So now it's possible to define more than one camera path. Could be many of them in this palette. So I can create a new one. You can set some settings like name, size of the symbols of the cameras, if I'm using perspective or isometry, and then I can stay in this full screen mode. And it's very easy to set the camera. So of course, if I want to, I can use the point definition to locate the camera specifically on some position and then the target point. But here I can define the camera view by overtaking the properties of this full screen window. So this is my camera. I can overtake the properties. So now I defining the second camera. So I will place it here. And again overtake the properties of this active window. Again, the second or third camera. So so this is always about if you overtake the properties, this is the next camera, and you can change for example, the visible angle or the Brennweite. So it's the next camera. And if I leave the full screen mode, you can see this is my camera. I can place another camera by point clicking. So if this is all, I can press Escape to finish the camera path. And this is my camera path. So now it's very easy again that I go back to the full screen mode. And you can, of course, if you want to change the camera and look on the properties of specific 1, 2, 3, 4 camera, you can click on it and you will see everything. So you can change the properties, or you can again overtake it or just show it. But I would like to show you these things here. So for each camera, you can show this camera in active window. So this is this button. So this is the first camera, the second, third, fourth. Or if you want to change or define the new position, you can simply, this is the best way to show the camera first, then find another position and then record it. by clicking of this second button. So this is everything. So I have my camera pad now. As you can see here, this is my camera pad 3. And what can I do is I can directly go to the recording the movie. So I can without changing the function, I can go directly to the recording movie. And I can record movie without the rendering time, so without the, using the render, directly from animation. So I can just specify the path, the compression, or so on, or the resolution, or I can just play the movie. So I can define the length and the frames per second. So like in the video cameras. Okay, so I press it and just watch the movie. So there are all properties of the animation window, like like shadows, the bumps, the reflections, and everything. And in the same time, you get the movie if you of course record it to the file. Then another possibility is to directly call the recording in the movie. And we introducing 4 new presets. So you can use the camera path recording and use the same property, or you can create the sound studies with defining the properties like start time, end time, and so on. Again, the times of the frame length and the frames per second, or just simple rotation of the camera. So when I use this rotation of the camera, then I again set specific length and just play the movie or record it in the same time. Okay, one more thing for the camera paths. So when I go to the recording movie, we introduce the new timeline for the camera path. It means, for example, this camera path consists of 4 cameras. So we can specify the time between each camera if you want to. So if you want to have quicker movement between first and second camera, you can set, for example, 8 seconds. And then it depends if you fix the time. The total time can be stretched or just be fixed and stretch the time between the existing cameras. If you want to slowly start movement from 0 to the specific speed, you can have a smooth start and smooth end. So the velocity camera will be different at the end on the beginning. So we will smoothly start and then get this, the specific speed, and then again on the end slow the camera in the end. Okay, so then I would like to go and we can look on the new surface properties. So I will load a different project now. Okay. Maybe I'll use the difference. Okay, different time. So I will use the assignment of the free surfaces function. So we introduce a new palette, which user have the possibility to assign the surfaces directly on element with drag and drop. But this is of course right now limited to the architectural functions or the 3D elements, not for the rooms. So what you see here in this list, this is the used surfaces. So surfaces which are really used in project, not only which lies in the project folder, but really used on some or assign it on some specific element. So what can I do is to grab a existing surface and assign it in the animation or in the navigation mode, or I can use any other mode or any other window to assign the element. Okay. To show you better the properties of the materials, I will start the real-time renderer. What does it mean? So we introduce a new technology for the rendering. We call it real-time interactive renderer, which is the special type of rendering directly in the working window, which is a powerful interactive progressive render engine based on exact unbiased physically correct simulation of the light behavior. So this is not a classical renderer, but physically light simulator. It is a progressive renderer, so it means it's based on the Monte Carlo integration methods. This means that this rendering is noisy at the beginning, and he iterating step by step to the final solution without any noise, without any fragments. Of course, it depends on light condition, how fast is the noise reduced, and why we call it real time, because you can navigate in the real time in the scene, and so it doesn't mean that you get the rendering right away, but it's computing in the real time, and you can navigate, you can change the properties of the scene. For example, as I showed you before, the appearance. Okay, and I would like to look on some specific properties. So, for example, as you can see here in these spheres, there are reflective elements. So I will look on it, and I can modify this. What we have here is the real-time is a rendered preview. We can use the different mapping to look on the surface. Just a small hint: when the surface editor is open, the real-time interactive renderer is stopped. So there are new properties of the materials, like color or using the texture. For example, here we're using the white color, and as you can see here, we introduce a new bump channel to simulate the deformation of the surface. So I load the bump map. As you can see here, the white areas are have the different height, and the black areas has the zero height. So you can increase this effect in the using positive or negative values if you want to reverse this effect, and the bigger values means also the bigger effect of this of this intensity or of this bump channel. This surface is more or less like chrome or mirror, because physically it's the glossy glossy surface. This is the new roughness channel, which means if the roughness is 0, then it's like a mirror or like a chrome without any blurriness. So this is a real smooth surface. If you want to achieve some kind of like milk glass or some another metals, then the roughness channel is set to the has the different, sorry, for example, has the different values like 28%. So the roughness is microscopical behavior of the surface. So microscopical surface consists of a lot of small surfaces which reflects the light in the different directions. Therefore, it looks like a blurry, or creates this blurry effect. Okay, we can have a look on some other elements. For example, this is used from the 30th edition library. So we used not only texture, but to simulate the bump, we used the bump map to simulate the height deformation. And because this kind of surface is like wall layers, like plastics, or so there are so-called Lambert surfaces. So this is the diffuse reflection. It means this is not a smooth surface, but this is a diffuse surface. So it reflects light in every direction, and as you can see, this glossy reflection is turned off, so it's a 0. So it's not like mirror or something like this, and it also means this diffuse reflection 100% that none of the upcoming light which hits the surface, it's not absorbed. So if you reduce this, it means the 53% of the upcoming light which hits the surface will be absorbed by this surface. Okay, we can have a look on the different property. For example, I created this kind of surface to simulate some effects for you. I open the properties of this material. So as you can see here, I load to the reflection map. I load the texture which consists of black and white areas, and this means that I can define which areas will be reflective and which not. So the black color means that there are areas which have no reflection, and the white areas means full reflection, and full in this case means 70%. So therefore, as you can see here, there is non-reflective parts and reflective parts which reflects the physical sky. If I switch this, then all parts of the material will be reflective, and 70% of the upcoming light will be reflected by the surface. Okay, we can have a look slightly to the some kind of glasses. So I will use the 30th edition materials glass, for example, with 90% transparency. And if I open the simple glass, then this is the correctly defined surface properties. So it means the white color with 90% transparency, so 90% of the upcoming line is go through. with a refraction index, and then the rest of the light, so then there is a 10% of the light which are not go through, and then all of this 10% is reflected by the surface. Okay, I would like to show you the one more or one of the surface properties, which is a special luminosity surface or property. I call the real-time renderer for it, and we'll go to the properties, and this is it. So we have the new property luminosity, which is the property that the surface glow somehow, and this is the value for it. So you can define more than 100% to create the design effects of the for example neon lights, or you can imitate the light without creating the light. So it can be used for the objects of the lamps or so. Okay, I can change the nighttime to the and call the cinema renderer for it. So I press F2, and I will speak about the cinema renderer later. So I just press render. So you can see the glowing of the object in the renderer. Okay. Maybe I used again. I will switch back to the different project. And show you a couple of more properties. So you have a closer look to this kind of surface, like leaves on the tree. So now you can use the new surface properties, and this is not only blending some kind of color. So when I used some bitmap as a texture, then in older Alplano versions there was possibility to turn off the black pixel. Now you can use any kind, you can blend any kind of color, and you can use tolerance. So without not only a specific RGB color, but also with some kind of tolerance with this intensity of the color. If the texture like TIFF formats or PNG format, you can use automatically alpha from texture. So some specific formats have the alpha channel directly in the specific layer, and in this case these areas which should not be visible or should be invisible are automatically hidden without the switching of the blending color. Okay. So I can say something about the integrated cinema 4D renderer. So when your model is ready, you have your specific view. You can call the F2 function for rendering, or use the context menu. to create the rendering, and there are a couple of settings here. So you can use presets to set the resolution, or if you have some specific, you can use the palettes to overtake the properties, or simply if you select your own resolution here, you can name it, and it will be automatically stored in your list, and you can use it later in your presets. So this is very useful to have your own presets. Right now, to speed up the rendering, I use this resolution from the active window. There are two ways how to use the render mode using the Cinema Renderer, and this is the Irradiance Cache and Irradiance Cache plus Quasi Monte Carlo. This Irradiance Cache is more for the interiors, and this could be used for outdoor scenes when the secondary method of the calculation of the global illumination will be used. In the options, you can switch off some specific material properties like shadows or the glossiness effect, the textures, to speed up. This is more or less for the test renderers, so to have quicker results without the realistic display. Okay. Then is this alpha channel to get using the PNG formats as a save to the bitmap, to have to cut out the background from the picture. This is for optimization for interior or exterior, or maybe better description is or more general is that the interior optimization means that you can achieve better renderings when there are more non-direct illuminated places, so in the shadows, in the interiors, so there are more or better rendering. Global gamma or global brightness. The bigger values could be used if your values for the diffuse reflection are smaller. So it means when I use the low qualities, then the diffuse reflection, how many times the light will be reflected on the diffused elements. So in that cases you can brighten the scene a little bit. This is also very important for the interiors. So I'll use the low quality. So the rendering will initialize the scene and then start rendering. What is good here is that the Cinema Renderer is on the background, so you can minimalize the rendering and start doing something else. For example, you can switch the project, you can load the different drawing files, you can draw something, and when the rendering is finished, then you will be noticed by the blinking of this independent window. Okay, before the rendering is finished, I'd like to show you some some more things from the lights. So there are two types of lights. One is the project lights, and one is the document lights. So project light is stored in project, and no matter in which drawing file you are, you will be always the projects will be always there. The lights will be always there. So sorry, the rendering is not finished yet. Or yeah, it's finished. So when the rendering is finished, I can adjust the picture a little bit if I want to do some specific color saturation, and then just save the picture to the on the drive. Okay, for example, there are a couple of or a lot of omni lights or point lights which are created in the project. So I can turn it on automatically, so all of them are stored here. So I can switch it on. And if I change the environment to the night, I can create the night rendering, for example. Okay, I will go back with these settings. You can manage your lights in any kind of view. So you can set a multiple modification of specific lights here, and these two lights will be modified. For example, the intensity or the color of the light, or turning on the shadows or light status. So you can turn off these specific lights from the drawing file. Oh, okay. So now I will switch the project again. I would like to show you some tips for the interior scenes. So I load some view. So for example, I have a very simple interior here. So I can load the lights which I'm using here in my scene. So there are three types here in my scene. And if you are lighting the interior, it's very important that to get more brightness results for the interiors, for the renderings, you need to simulate or use the so-called area light or Fläche light. It means usually it's placed behind the window from the interior side to simulate the light coming from outside to the interior. So I'm using the dimension which are the same as a window. Place it there, and I can choose the intensity or the color, or name it. Here it's important to use the shadows for this kind of light, and the others are very typical. This is the spotlight or the point light for this kind of floor lamp. So this is the result of my previous rendering for the night night rendering. So I can a little bit get more bright here as a post-production of the image and save it again. Okay, so I have here my interior scene. So I use this camera view. If you look here, I can call the assignment of the surfaces, and I have the special surface here, and this is the TV screen. I can use this nice effect to this luminosity. So the lights, the TV screen itself will send us some or create some effect of this glow. Okay, so then when I render the scene, I can use the in low quality, for example. It will take some time. So without the area light, the scene will not be so bright. So this is the only way, or this is the regular way how to get the light inside of the interior. So yeah, this depends on your settings. I can show you some difference between the when I'm using the real-time renderer. There are differences how the calculation is being processed. When I use the options for the real-time renderer, there are two auto exposure methods used. So if you want to get more brighter in the scene, because we're using the auto exposure methods here, so then you can use the median method. So then the differences between the dark and the bright areas are not so significant as here in this median method, mean method, or the middle methods. This is more or less like to get the some specific feeling of the rendering, for example, the sunset scene in the exteriors or in the interior, like this kind of mood. And for the median, it will not be so different between the dark and the brighter areas in the rendering. Of course, using the real-time interactive renderer means because of the light conditions, there are really difficult light conditions. That this is maybe a little slower than using the cinema renderer, but it's of course because this is a physical rendering, it's more precise, and if you have more time, you will get more realistic results. Okay. One more thing about this: if you want to save the rendering while rendering is proceed, you can anytime use also the context menu and save picture as. This is same as in a different display modes. Okay, maybe I will show you a different example. And again, I will have a couple of lights here, and one of the light is is the area light here. So it covers all area of the window. And I have some supported lights like point light in this lamp, or a spotlight on the ceiling lamp, and so on. Okay, I will again can call the renderer. And beside the rendering is process here. You can call again the render palette, and I would like to say something about the properties of the advanced properties of the material. So if you look here, we have this anti-aliasing, which means the edges of the objects could be more smooth if you use the higher values. So the pixel will be divided to the subpixels to have more smooth edges. Then we have this density, which means how many samples are used for the calculation. This depends on the scene or on the light condition. So if you are in the interior, you probably will need more. You will need more samples to get nicer rendering. But in the exterior, there is not so much significant if you have a lot of direct illumination. Then there are quality of these samples. which goes hand by hand in global illumination of the especially these difficult conditions. Smoothness, it means that if you do not need more details, or you want to reduce the artifacts created by the global illumination, you can get more blurry details and reduce these artifacts. And of course we have this number of diffuse reflections, reflects for example from the light source 3 times when the light stops, and also for the reflection a number of reflections. And this is the quality of the glossy materials. It means which using the roughness different than 0% or 100%. So okay, so again I can adapt the scene if I want to get some kind of appearance and save it. Okay, I forgot to mention some one important thing for the animation mode and also for the real-time renderer. It means if you want to achieve more brighter results, you can use a new tool in the navigation toolbar, and this is the adjustment of the exposure. So you can get more darker or more brighter image, depends if you are in the interior or exterior. This is also important for the real-time renderer, because real-time renderer using the auto exposure, and this is like for the in the photo cameras, that again you can increase or decrease the or change the auto exposure value, so then you can achieve more brighter result or more darker result. This can depend also on the view and of course on some other properties. Okay, so probably this is all for the today webinar. If you have some specific